If you're over 60, please stop and listen. You've been told your whole life that fruit is nature's safest gift. Sweet, refreshing, full of vitamins. But what if I told you that a simple piece of fruit, the same one you've eaten since childhood, could quietly raise your risk of stroke overnight? You go to bed feeling fine and wake up unable to speak, to stand, or even to move one side of your body. I know it sounds shocking, but as a brain doctor, I've seen it too many times. Not from smoking, not from fast food, but from fruit. Yes, fruit. When you're young, your body handles sugar, potassium, and acid with ease. But after 60, everything changes. Your kidneys slow down, your blood vessels stiffen, your circulation weakens.
Imagine Margaret, a retired librarian who believed her morning smoothie with bananas and grapes was the healthiest start. One morning, she collapsed in her kitchen, words tangled, her right arm limp. The diagnosis, mild stroke. The cause wasn't junk food, it was the very fruits she trusted. That's why today we'll uncover 9 everyday fruits that could secretly raise your stroke risk if eaten at the wrong time, in the wrong amount, or in the wrong combination with medications. Fruits that once protected you may now quietly turn against you. And here's the most unsettling part. You won't feel it happening. No pain, no warning. Just a dizzy spell, a slurred word, a sudden fall. These are not accidents. They are whispers from your body that something simple, like an overripe banana or a glass of orange juice, has tipped the balance.
But don't worry, this isn't a message of fear. It's a message of awareness. You don't have to give up fruit forever. You just need to know which ones to be careful with and how to eat them wisely so you protect your senior health instead of risking it. So if you care about your independence, your memory, your ability to walk and speak clearly, stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll reveal not only the risks, but also the safe, practical ways to enjoy fruit after 60 without inviting danger. Let's begin with one of the friendliest fruits of all, a fruit we've trusted since childhood, soft, sweet, and always on the breakfast table. But after 60, it may no longer be your best friend. Let's talk about bananas. Bananas. Soft, sweet, familiar. You've eaten them since childhood, on cereal, in smoothies, or simply by hand. Most people think of bananas as the safest fruit on earth. But after 60, especially when they're overripe, that harmless banana can quietly stress your heart and brain in ways you don't expect. Take Margaret, a 76-year-old retired librarian. Every morning, she blended 2 speckled bananas into her smoothie. She believed it was the healthiest way to start her day. But one morning, she felt dizzy, her words slurred, and her right hand wouldn't cooperate. Her husband rushed her to the hospital. The doctors diagnosed a mild stroke.
What happened? Bananas change as they ripen. Green bananas contain starch, but as they turn brown and soft, that starch breaks down into sugar. The sweeter the banana tastes, the higher its glycemic index. For an older body with reduced insulin sensitivity, that means faster blood sugar spikes, sharper blood pressure swings, and extra stress on the arteries. And it's not only sugar. Bananas are rich in potassium. Normally, potassium supports healthy heart rhythm, but after 60, kidneys don't filter as efficiently. If potassium builds up, it can throw off heart rhythm, raise blood pressure, or cause dangerous palpitations. Combined with morning dehydration, one overripe banana can quietly become the tipping point.
Margaret's doctors explained the banana itself wasn't bad, but the timing and condition of her body created the perfect storm. Sugar plus potassium plus dehydration equals blood pressure spike. For her, that meant a stroke. Imagine
something you believed was safe for decades, quietly turning against you overnight. But here's the good news. Bananas don't have to disappear from your diet. You can still enjoy them if you adjust how you eat. The secret lies in choosing bananas that are slightly green, pairing them with protein, and never eating them on an empty stomach. Small changes, big difference. Here's what I now recommend to my patients. Drink a glass of water first to reduce dehydration. Choose firmer, greener bananas instead of mushy ones. Eat half a banana with a boiled egg, yogurt, or a few nuts. Protein slows sugar absorption. Avoid blending multiple ripe bananas into smoothies. That's sugar overload in disguise. The lesson? Bananas are not the enemy. The danger comes when you eat them overripe, in large portions, or on an empty stomach. After 60, your body processes sugar and potassium differently. What once gave you quick energy may now quietly raise your stroke risk. Knowledge is the difference between harm and health. And remember, bananas aren't the only fruit with hidden risks. Another fruit, tiny and sweet, often eaten by the handful, can spike blood sugar even faster. Let's move on to grapes.
Grapes, tiny, colorful, refreshing. A handful with lunch, tossed in a salad, or shared with grandchildren feels perfectly harmless. But here's the truth. For seniors, those sweet little bites can flood your bloodstream with sugar faster than you realize. And sometimes that innocent handful can quietly raise your stroke risk overnight. Meet Evelyn, a 79-year-old retired music teacher. Every morning, she sat by the window with a bowl of red grapes and her crossword puzzle. She believed it was a gentle habit, a healthier choice than cookies. But one day, she noticed her hand trembling as she wrote a birthday card. Minutes later, her words disappeared mid-sentence. Doctors confirmed a mini stroke, triggered in part by repeated sugar surges from grapes.
Why? Grapes are mostly sugar in a small package. 1 cup can contain over 20 grams of glucose and fructose. Unlike apples or pears, grapes have very little fiber to slow absorption. So when you eat a handful, especially on an empty stomach, that sugar races directly into your bloodstream. Fast spikes, fragile vessels, dangerous outcomes. As we age, our insulin response slows. Blood vessels become more delicate. Sudden sugar surges create tiny inflammations in the vessel walls. Your body tries to repair them by forming microclots. You don't feel this at first, but over months or years, those invisible repairs add up, narrowing blood flow to the brain, until one day a stroke strikes without warning. Think about it. The fruit you give your grandchildren as a safe treat could quietly harm you. You don't notice pain, only subtle signals, morning dizziness, cloudy thoughts, shaky hands. Many seniors dismiss these as just aging, but often it's your body waving a red flag, begging you to slow down the sugar flood. Does that mean you should avoid grapes forever? Not at all. Grapes can still bring joy if you eat them wisely. The key is timing, portion, and pairing. Instead of a bowl by itself, try a small handful with a slice of cheese or a few almonds. Protein and fat help slow sugar absorption, protecting your brain. Here are my safe grape guidelines for seniors. Never eat grapes on an empty stomach. Avoid eating them at night. Your body needs stable blood flow during sleep. Keep portions small, just a handful, not a bowl. Pair with protein or healthy fat. Nuts, yogurt, or cheese work best. If you're diabetic or on blood pressure medications, always ask your doctor first. The lesson here? Grapes aren't evil, but when eaten the wrong way, they can quietly become nature's candy that harms instead of heals. After 60, your body no longer clears sugar like it used to. What feels light and healthy may in fact push you closer to a stroke. Awareness is protection. And if grapes surprised you, wait until you hear about the next fruit. Tropical, golden, and sweet, and yet capable of thinning your blood, spiking your sugar, and even triggering dangerous nighttime reflux. Let's talk about pineapple.
Pineapple. Bright, juicy, tropical. For many, it feels like sunshine on a plate, a refreshing dessert after dinner. But here's the hidden truth. For seniors, that sweet golden fruit can quietly create a perfect storm in your body at night, raising the risk of stroke in ways you might never suspect. Clara, 77, a retired choir director, thought she was making a smart choice. Instead of cookies, she ended every dinner with a few slices of fresh pineapple. One morning, she woke dizzy, unable to walk straight. Her daughter noticed her speech was slurred. At the hospital, scans showed a small posterior stroke. The culprit? Her healthy nighttime habit.
Why pineapple? It contains bromelain, an enzyme that in small amounts helps digestion. But in larger amounts, or when combined with blood-thinning medications, bromelain can make your blood too thin. That increases the risk of brain bleeds, a type of stroke that's far more dangerous and harder to recover from. And bromelain isn't the only concern. Pineapple is also very high in sugar with a high glycemic index. Eating it after dinner when your body slows down floods your bloodstream with sugar. That sugar circulates overnight, stressing your arteries and brain instead of nourishing them. Then there's the acid. Pineapple is one of the most acidic fruits in the grocery store. At night, acid can reflux silently, sometimes without pain, sending tiny amounts into the airway. This lowers oxygen to the brain while you sleep. Low oxygen plus fragile arteries equals higher risk of early morning strokes, the kind most dangerous for seniors. Clara's doctors explained, it wasn't one single factor. It was the combination: sugar spikes, blood thinning, and acid reflux. For years, she thought pineapple was harmless, but after 60, the same fruit turned against her. And she's not alone. Many seniors trust fruit, not realizing timing and medication interactions can transform it into a hidden danger. So, what can you do? Here's my advice. Eat pineapple earlier in the day, never right before bed. Limit portions, just a few small slices, not a full bowl. Avoid combining with blood-thinning medications, unless cleared by your doctor. Never eat pineapple on an empty stomach. Pair it with protein to slow sugar absorption. If you notice reflux or nighttime coughs, reconsider late-night pineapple completely. The lesson? Pineapple is not your enemy. It can still refresh you, provide vitamin C, and support digestion. But for seniors, especially those on medications or with circulation issues, timing and portion matter more than ever. Eat smart, not blindly. After 60, protecting your brain means rethinking even the fruits you once trusted most.
So if pineapple shocks you, wait until we talk about the fruit everyone thinks is the safest hydration hero. It's 90% water, sweet and cooling, yet for seniors, it can quietly dehydrate your brain while you sleep. Let's move on to watermelon. Watermelon. Light, juicy, 90% water. Most people see it as the perfect fruit for hydration. But after 60, this summer favorite can quietly do the opposite. Instead of keeping your brain safe, it can leave you dehydrated overnight, and that dehydration may quietly raise your stroke risk. Howard, 82, a retired postal worker, believed he was doing everything right. He walked daily, avoided sweets, and every evening after dinner, he cooled down with 2 or 3 large slices of watermelon. But one morning, he stood up, felt dizzy, and collapsed. At the hospital, doctors confirmed a small ischemic stroke.
Here's why. Watermelon is a natural diuretic. It makes you urinate more. That sounds harmless, even cleansing. But for seniors, especially those on blood pressure medications or water pills, it can lead to overnight dehydration. You don't feel it happening, but while you sleep, your body quietly loses too much fluid. When your body is dehydrated, blood becomes thicker, like syrup. Thicker blood moves slower through stiff, aging arteries. Slow flow means clots form more easily, and those clots can travel to the brain. Combine that with naturally lower blood pressure at night, and the conditions are perfect for a silent stroke.
Howard's case wasn't about sugar or fat, it was about water balance. He thought watermelon was protecting him, but in truth, it was pulling water out of his system at the worst possible time, night, when circulation is already slower. The very fruit he trusted turned into a hidden risk. But does this mean seniors must avoid watermelon completely? Not at all. It can still be refreshing and hydrating if eaten the right way. The key is when and how much you eat, and how you support your body's hydration afterward.
Here's how to enjoy watermelon safely after 60. Eat it earlier in the day, not at night. Keep portions modest, 1 to 2 small slices, not half a melon. Pair it with a pinch of salt or sip coconut water to replace electrolytes. If you're on diuretics or blood pressure medications, ask your doctor before making watermelon a daily habit. Always drink a glass of water alongside it to balance the effect. The lesson? Watermelon isn't dangerous in itself, but for seniors, large servings at night can quietly dehydrate the body, thicken the blood, and increase the chance of clot-related strokes. After 60, every detail matters: timing, hydration, and balance. Eating smart keeps fruit as a friend, not a foe. Think about it this way. Your brain needs steady blood flow, like a calm river at night. But watermelon, if eaten the wrong way, can quietly drain the river, leaving your brain thirsty. You wake up dizzy, weak, or worse. Small adjustments can protect decades of independence and health. And if watermelon surprised you, wait until we look at the next fruit. Bright, citrusy, praised for vitamin C, and yet it can dangerously interfere with your medications. Let's talk about oranges. Oranges, bright, juicy, full of vitamin C. For decades, they've been called a heart-healthy choice. A glass of orange juice at breakfast feels safe, even smart. But for seniors, citrus fruits can quietly interfere with medications, creating dangerous shifts inside your body, sometimes leading to stroke without warning. Meet Albert, 79, a retired bus driver from Georgia. Every morning, he drank a glass of fresh squeezed orange juice with his cholesterol and blood pressure pills. He called it sunshine in a glass. But one morning, he collapsed while standing from his recliner. Doctors found he'd had a mild ischemic stroke. His drug levels were abnormally high, even though his prescriptions hadn't changed. The hidden factor was a natural compound in citrus fruits called furanocoumarin. This compound blocks enzymes in the liver that normally break down many common medications. When the liver is blocked, drugs stay longer and build up in the blood. What should be a safe dose suddenly becomes an overdose. Think of your liver as a filter. Normally, it works like a coffee strainer, letting just the right amount through. Citrus chemicals clog that filter. Suddenly, medication you've trusted for years, statins, blood thinners, blood pressure drugs, can act unpredictably. Too strong, too weak, or completely unstable. And unstable medications can tip your brain and heart into danger. The most frightening part? You don't feel it happening. Albert thought his morning juice was harmless, but quietly, day after day, his body was absorbing stronger and stronger doses, until one morning, his brain couldn't cope.
Stroke doesn't always come from bad habits. Sometimes it comes from good intentions mixed with the wrong food. But that doesn't mean you must avoid citrus forever. Oranges, grapefruits, and lemons still have benefits: vitamin C, antioxidants, and freshness. The key is to know when and how to enjoy them without sabotaging your medications.
Here's what I tell my patients. Don't take medications with citrus juice. Use plain water instead. If you love oranges, eat small portions with a meal, not as juice. Avoid grapefruit entirely if you're on statins or blood thinners. It has the strongest effect. Try lemon or lime water for flavor. They carry less risk in small amounts. Always check with your doctor before combining citrus with daily prescriptions. The lesson? Citrus isn't bad, but when combined with certain medications, it can quietly change how your body absorbs drugs, making them dangerously powerful or useless. After 60, your body becomes more sensitive. Even something as cheerful as a glass of orange juice can tip the balance toward a stroke if you're not careful.
Think about it this way. Your brain depends on stability. Steady blood flow, steady pressure, steady chemistry. Citrus, if taken at the wrong time, is like shaking that balance. A simple switch, choosing water with your pills instead of juice, can keep your brain safe and your medications effective. So if oranges surprised you, wait until you hear about the next fruit. Tropical, golden, and sweet, mangoes can flood your body with sugar and even slow your liver, doubling the danger. Let's talk about mangoes.
Mangoes, soft, golden, deliciously sweet. For many, they feel like a tropical reward, a taste of sunshine. But for seniors, especially those taking medications, mangoes can quietly raise stroke risk by flooding the blood with sugar and interfering with the liver's ability to process drugs. William, 83, a retired firefighter from Nevada, thought he was eating clean. He replaced cookies with dried mango slices every afternoon. Weeks later, he began waking lightheaded. One morning, he collapsed while getting out of bed. At the hospital, scans revealed a mild ischemic stroke, and his medication levels were dangerously high despite the correct dose.
Why? Mango is one of the highest sugar fruits. Just 1 cup of ripe mango can hold nearly 45 grams of natural sugar, more than a donut. For a younger body, that might not matter. But after 60, insulin response slows, blood vessels stiffen, and sugar lingers in the bloodstream, inflaming delicate vessel walls. And it's not just sugar. Mango contains a compound called mangiferin, which interferes with the liver's enzyme system, cytochrome P450. That system is responsible for breaking down many heart and blood pressure medications. When it slows, drugs build up in the bloodstream, becoming too strong, unpredictable, and risky for the brain and heart.
The scariest part? You don't feel it. No warning signs. You think you're being healthy with fruit. Meanwhile, sugar surges inflame your arteries, and medications pile up in your system. The balance inside your body shifts silently, until one day, a clot blocks blood flow, or worse, your heart rhythm goes out of control. But here's the hopeful news. Mangoes don't have to disappear. You can still enjoy them, but with awareness. The secret is in portion size, timing, and pairing. A few bites in the afternoon with a little protein is far safer than a large bowl at night or dried slices every day. Here's my safe mango guide for seniors. Avoid dried mango. It's sugar concentrated. Eat only small portions of fresh mango, a few slices, not a full cup. Never eat mango before bed. Pair mango with nuts, yogurt, or cheese to slow sugar absorption. If you're on blood pressure or heart medications, ask your doctor before making mango a habit. The lesson? Mango isn't dangerous by itself, but after 60, large amounts or the wrong timing can quietly tip your health toward danger. High sugar plus medication interference equals a double risk for stroke and heart trouble.
Knowing this helps you enjoy mango safely without fear.
Think of your body as a fragile balance scale. Mango can be a beautiful weight on one side, but if you load too much or mix it with sensitive medications, that balance tilts. Protecting your brain means adjusting how you enjoy fruit, not denying yourself every pleasure. And if mango surprised you, wait until you hear about the next one. It's not exotic at all. It's something as simple as apple juice. But in seniors, that glass of juice can behave more like soda, spiking blood sugar fast and stressing the brain. Let's talk about apple juice and processed fruits.
Apple juice, canned peaches, dried figs. They all sound comforting, even nostalgic. Many seniors think, at least it's fruit, it must be healthy. But here's the reality. Once fruit is processed, it behaves more like candy or soda. Instead of nourishing your brain, it can spike your blood sugar and quietly increase your stroke risk. Take Mrs. Daniels, 74, from Ohio. She swapped soda for 100% apple juice every morning. It felt like a smart, heart-friendly change. But within months, she noticed dizzy spells and cloudy thinking. One afternoon, she fainted. At the ER, her blood sugar was swinging wildly, stressing her brain. Doctors explained her daily juice was flooding her bloodstream with sugar, just like soda would.
Why does juice act differently? When you eat a whole apple, the fiber and water slow down sugar absorption. But apple juice is stripped of fiber. What's left is liquid sugar, absorbed quickly, overwhelming your body. For seniors with slower insulin response, that rapid spike and crash stresses blood vessels, making clot formation more likely. And it's not just juice. Dried fruits like raisins, figs, or dates are concentrated sugar bombs. A small handful can hold more sugar than a slice of cake. Canned fruits, especially in syrup, add refined sugar on top of natural sugar. Without water or fiber to buffer it, sugar hits your bloodstream hard, increasing inflammation and pressure in fragile arteries.
Think about it. You may give your grandchild a fruit cup or sip juice, believing it's safe. But for your body, especially after 60, that cup can act like a sugar trap. You won't feel it at first, maybe just morning fatigue or brain fog, but over time, these sugar surges quietly erode vessel walls, laying the groundwork for a stroke. Does that mean you must abandon juice or processed fruit forever? Not necessarily. The key is moderation, timing, and smart swaps. There are safe ways to enjoy these flavors without risking your health. It's not about fear, it's about balance. Here's what I recommend. Choose whole fruit over juice. Eat an apple, don't drink it. If you drink juice, dilute half with water to cut sugar load. Avoid canned fruits and syrup. Pick frozen or fresh instead. Limit dried fruit to a few pieces and pair with protein or nuts. Never eat dried or canned fruit late at night. Your body needs stable blood flow while you sleep. The lesson? Not all fruit is equal. Once stripped of water and fiber, it behaves more like candy. After 60, when your body handles sugar differently, juice and processed fruits can quietly raise your stroke risk. Whole fruit in modest portions is almost always the safer, brain-friendly choice. Imagine your bloodstream as a river. Whole fruit releases sugar like gentle rain, nourishing steadily. Juice or dried fruit? That's a flood. Fast, overwhelming, and damaging to fragile banks. Protecting your brain means choosing the gentle rain, not the flood. And if apple juice and dried fruit surprised you, wait until you hear about the next group. Soft, sweet, and seemingly harmless. Pears, peaches, dates, and figs can quietly overload your system in ways you don't notice. Let's uncover their hidden risks next. Pears, peaches, dates, figs. Soft, sweet, comforting.
Many seniors see them as gentle choices, easy to chew, easy to digest. But after 60, these harmless fruits can quietly overload your system with sugar, potassium, or syrup, pushing your brain and heart toward danger. Take Mrs. Lewis, 72. She loved ending dinner with a ripe pear. It felt light and refreshing, but she often ate when alone on an empty stomach. Over time, she noticed dizziness in the mornings. Her doctor later explained her blood sugar had been spiking and crashing silently from those evening pears. What she thought was safe was quietly stressing her brain.
Pears are rich in fructose, a natural sugar. While healthy in moderation, seniors process sugar more slowly. A whole ripe pear eaten alone can spike blood sugar, then leave it crashing down. Repeated swings inflame delicate blood vessels, raising the risk of clots. Now think of peaches. For many, they carry memories of summer orchards or childhood pies. But canned peaches, common in senior homes, are soaked in syrup. Mr. Carter, 78, ate them nightly. One morning, his blood pressure soared and his speech slurred. Tests showed high sugar overload from his innocent fruit cups. Even light syrup versions pack concentrated sugar. For seniors with stiffer arteries and slower kidneys, that sugar raises inflammation and pressure inside the brain's vessels. Fresh peaches are safer, but when very ripe, they also carry a higher glycemic index, spiking blood sugar more quickly than expected. Then there are dates, often called nature's candy. Mrs. Green, 80, loved 3 or 4 dates as an afternoon snack. They gave her energy, or so she thought. But dates are calorie-dense. Just a few pieces can equal the sugar of an entire meal. Her blood sugar would surge, silently stressing her circulation. Dates and figs are concentrated because they're dried. A small handful can contain 20 to 30 grams of sugar, more than some desserts. Without fiber or water, sugar hits the bloodstream fast. Seniors often don't notice until fatigue, dizziness, or memory fog sets in. Over time, these hidden floods damage arteries and increase stroke risk.
Think about it. Fruits once used as special treats can quietly overwhelm an older body. You don't feel the damage immediately, but day by day, the silent sugar load inflames vessels, thickens blood, and makes clots more likely. Sweetness turns from comfort into risk. So how can you enjoy them safely? Pair with protein or fat. Nuts, cheese, or yogurt slow sugar absorption. Limit portions. Half a pear, 1 fresh peach, 1 to 2 dates, or 1 fig is enough. Avoid syrupy canned fruit. Choose fresh or frozen. Never eat these fruits right before bed. Your brain needs stable blood flow overnight. Stay hydrated. Sugar load is worse when combined with dehydration. The lesson? Pears, peaches, dates, and figs aren't bad, but after 60, portion and timing matter more than ever. Treat them as occasional pleasures, not daily staples. Your brain depends on stability, not sugar floods. And if you thought fruit was the only hidden risk, think again. Some vegetables, yes, even greens, can quietly raise your stroke risk if eaten the wrong way. Let's explore them next. We've always been told, eat your vegetables. They're the healthiest foods. And for the most part, that's true. But here's a shocker. For seniors, even certain vegetables can quietly raise your stroke risk if eaten the wrong way. Let's uncover 7 surprising ones.
Spinach, dark leafy, packed with nutrients. Mrs. Allen, 70, made green smoothies with raw spinach every morning. She thought it was healing her body. But months later, she developed kidney strain and hardening arteries. Why? Hidden compounds in spinach were quietly stressing her system. Raw spinach is high in oxalates. These bind calcium
forming crystals that strain kidneys and stiffen arteries. For seniors already slightly dehydrated or on blood thinners, that means higher risk of clots or stroke. Light cooking reduces oxalates, making spinach safer. Beets are celebrated as a superfood. Mr. Harris, 74, started juicing beets daily to lower his blood pressure. It worked too well. One night, his blood pressure dropped so low he fainted. Low nighttime pressure cut blood flow to his brain, triggering a mini-stroke. Beets are rich in nitrates, which relax blood vessels, but combined with blood pressure meds, they can push pressure dangerously low, especially at night. Moderation and timing matter. Small cooked servings are safer than daily beet juice. Garlic, used for centuries as medicine. Powerful, yes, but Mrs. Nguyen, 78, was taking prescription blood thinners and eating raw garlic daily. One evening, she developed sudden confusion. Doctors found a small brain bleed. Garlic had quietly doubled the blood-thinning effect of her medication. Garlic acts as a natural anticoagulant. For seniors on warfarin, aspirin, or Plavix, too much garlic, especially raw, can thin blood too far. A small bruise or fall may then lead to internal bleeding, even hemorrhagic stroke. Lightly cooked garlic is safer.
Eggplant. Soft, spongy, delicious in stews. But Mr. Brown, 80, noticed feeling foggy and dizzy after eggplant-heavy meals. Why? Eggplant contains solanine, a compound in nightshade vegetables that can constrict blood vessels. For seniors with fragile circulation, that means less blood to the brain. Soy sprouts, crunchy, clean, often used in stir-fries. Mrs. Kim, 68, ate large servings daily for health, but she also took hormone therapy. Over time, she developed clotting problems. Soy sprouts are rich in phytoestrogens, plant hormones that can alter clotting risk in older women. Pickles, sauerkraut, kimchi. Salty, crunchy, nostalgic. Mr. Rivera, 75, loved them at dinner. One night, his blood pressure spiked to dangerous levels, landing him in the ER. Why? High sodium in pickled vegetables makes the body hold water, raising blood pressure.
For seniors with stiff arteries, that can trigger a stroke overnight. Tomatoes, juicy, red, often praised for lycopene. But for seniors with kidney issues, tomatoes' high potassium can build up in the blood. Mr. Scott, 77, drank tomato juice daily. One morning, he woke with heart palpitations and weakness. His potassium was dangerously high, destabilizing his heart rhythm and brain circulation. The lesson? Vegetables aren't bad. But after 60, even healthy foods must be eaten with timing, balance, and awareness. Cook spinach, limit beet juice, use garlic wisely, watch eggplant, moderate soy sprouts, reduce pickles, and be cautious with tomatoes if kidneys are weak. Your brain thrives on balance, not extremes. And now, as we close this journey, let's step back and tie it all together. Because the most important part is not fear, but empowerment.
When we began, I told you something shocking. Even the fruits and vegetables you've trusted your whole life can quietly raise your stroke risk. Now you've seen how bananas, grapes, pineapple, watermelon, oranges, mangoes, juices, dried fruits, and even certain vegetables change their effect after 60. What once healed can now harm if eaten the wrong way. I know this may feel unsettling. You spent decades believing fruit was always safe, and it still can be. The truth isn't that these foods are bad. The truth is, after 60, your body changes. Kidneys filter more slowly, blood vessels stiffen, medications interact, and so your relationship with food must change too. Think of Margaret with her bananas, Evelyn with her grapes, Clara with her pineapple.
Howard with his watermelon, Elbert with his orange juice, William with his mangoes, Daniels with her apple juice, Lewis with her pears, and Alan with her spinach smoothies. Different lives, different foods, but the same lesson. Small daily habits, if ignored, can tip the brain into danger. And stroke is not gentle. It doesn't knock politely. It arrives suddenly, in a slurred word, a dropped spoon, a fall to the floor. One moment you're fine. The next, your life is divided into before and after. The first 10 seconds, the first 10 minutes may decide whether you walk again or never speak again. But here is the hope. Knowledge is power. You don't need to live in fear. You don't need to abandon fruit or vegetables. You simply need to adjust. Smaller portions, smarter timing, safer combinations. By doing so, you protect your brain, your independence, and the life you've built. So here are the golden rules I give my patients. Choose whole fruits over juice. Pair fruit with protein or fat. Avoid large portions late at night. Cook high oxalate greens like spinach. Watch potassium if your kidneys are weak. Limit pickles and salty foods before bed. Always check with your doctor if you're on medications.
The message is simple. After 60, it's not just what you eat, but how, when, and with what you eat that matters most. A small change, moving fruit to the morning, cooking greens, diluting juice, can mean the difference between a safe brain and a stroke. Think of your brain as your life's library. Every memory, every laugh, every loved one stored inside. Protecting it is worth every small adjustment. You've worked too hard, loved too deeply, and lived too fully to let a simple habit steal your clarity. If this journey opened your eyes, take a moment to act. Share this with a friend over 60. Leave a comment with the word AWARE to remind yourself and others. And subscribe to Stroke and Heart Attack Knowledge for more simple, science-backed ways to protect your health. You've made it this far in life with wisdom and resilience. Now is the time to eat, not just for taste, but for clarity, stability, and freedom. Because your brain deserves protection. And in our next journey, we'll uncover the early warning signs of stroke, those tiny whispers your body gives before a major attack. Recognizing them could save your life.